If one of you dreams of a house full of kids and the other one prefers a child-free life, that's significant incompatibility. Hey guys, it's fair to say that most of us have been through our fair share of breakups. Finding the one can seem daunting, and we often question whenever getting into a new relationship whether it will work. It's essential to understand that relationships obviously are complex. They require commitment, work, and a lot of patience and understanding. But sometimes, despite our best efforts, things just don't work out. Why is that? Well, today we're exploring the top 5 reasons that relationships fail. Reason number 1, breakdown or lack of communication. You've heard it all before, but let's just reiterate it. Communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. Print it out, stick it on your wall, and repeat it as a mantra. It's not just about talking though, it's about connecting on a deeper level. When you can't express your feelings, your concerns, or your needs, misunderstandings are just bound to happen. I was once in a relationship where whenever I tried to discuss an issue with my girlfriend, she just literally refused to talk. She shut down. She didn't say, "I need a bit of time." She said nothing. So it's no wonder that misunderstandings can just snowball into bigger issues that become increasingly difficult to resolve. Emotional distance starts to creep in when you're not communicating effectively. You might be living under the same roof, sharing the same bed, but emotionally, you're miles apart. It's like your roommates who just happen to have some shared history. This distance can lead to a lack of intimacy, not just physically, but emotionally as well. So how do you fix it? Well, the first step is open dialogue. Make it a point to talk about your day, your fears, your dreams, and yes, those awkward topics that you'd much rather avoid. But communication is also about listening. Active listening involves not just hearing what your partner's saying, but understanding the emotion and the intention behind the words. Reason number 2, breakdown in trust. Now, trust is the inevitable glue that holds everything together in a relationship. When that trust is compromised, the entire relationship structure is at risk of breaking apart. Now, the erosion of trust can happen for various reasons. Infidelity is the obvious one, but there are others too. A simple lack of accountability can also be a trust breaker. If your partner consistently fails to keep their promises or commitments, that just erodes the trust over time. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. Every small betrayal adds up until the trust is entirely gone. Another critical aspect is the inability to say sorry. Apologizing isn't just about admitting you're wrong though, it's also about acknowledging the hurt that you've caused your partner and showing a willingness to make amends. I did a video recently about how to build trust in a relationship, so go check that out, but both parties need to be transparent and honest with each other. This might mean opening up about your fears, your past, or even your mistakes. Honesty can be uncomfortable, but it's absolutely essential for rebuilding trust. Reason number 3, incompatibility or collision of values. You might be head over heels in love with each other, but that's just not enough for a relationship to last long term. If your career paths are pulling you in opposite directions, for example, maybe one of you has a job opportunity overseas while the other one doesn't want to move away because they want to be near family. Sometimes these issues stem from even deeper collision of values. If one of you dreams of a house full of kids and the other one prefers a child-free life, that's significant incompatibility. These differing values can lead to tensions, to conflict, making it difficult to find common ground. In these kind of situations, it really is crucial to have these difficult conversations early on in a relationship to ensure that you're both on the same page. Don't shy away from discussing your long-term goals, your values, your vision of your future. It might be uncomfortable, but far better to know these things sooner rather than later. By addressing these issues head-on, you give yourself the opportunity to either find a compromise or make the difficult decision to part ways before more emotional investment occurs. Reason number 4, emotional or physical abuse. This is probably the most serious and urgent reason on our list. Emotional and physical abuse is an absolute deal breaker and should never be tolerated under any circumstances. It's not just a sign that the relationship is failing, it's a blatant red flag that the relationship is unhealthy, dangerous, and potentially life-threatening. Abuse can manifest in various ways though. Physical abuse is often more visible, but emotional abuse can be just as damaging and sometimes harder to identify. Emotional abuse can include manipulation, control, belittling, and gaslighting. Both forms of abuse are destructive and can have long-lasting impacts on your mental health and well-being. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship, it's imperative to seek help immediately. Please reach out to friends and family or professionals who can provide support. Don't suffer in silence. Remember, love should never hurt. If it does, it's a clear indication that it's time to walk away, as difficult a decision as that may be. And last but not least, reason number 5, financial strain. Money issues are often cited as the leading cause of stress and tension in a relationship. It's a touchy subject that many couples avoid discussing until it's too late. Whether it's mounting debt or differing spending habits or income inequality, financial problems can quickly escalate into frequent arguments and resentments and significant breakdown in the quality of a relationship. Let's take debt as an example. It can be a massive burden not on just your finances but also on your emotional well-being. When one of you or both of you are in debt, it can create a sense of insecurity and instability in a relationship. Differing spending habits can also be a point of contention. Maybe one of you is a saver while the other one's a spender, more inclined to just enjoy the present moment. These differing financial philosophies can lead to misunderstandings and arguments if not addressed openly. The only way to solve these issues is to be open about your financial situations, your debts, your income, and your financial goals. Work together to create a budget, tackling debts, and make a plan for the future. By addressing financial issues head on and working together to find solutions, you can help alleviate a significant source of stress in your relationship. So there you have it, the top 5 reasons why relationships fail. It's obviously not an exhaustive list, but these are some of the most common issues that couples face. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more relationship content.